I
Top of the
like
morning
that.
to you.
Live and
Top of the
direct,
morning
3 hours
to you.
behind. Nigga, we be on a different type of time. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, what up, what up to the people, to the listeners, the lovely listeners, you know what I mean? Whether you in the corner or you know what I'm saying, you in your house, comfortable, or you might be in your kitchen like I like to do, or you know what I mean, even if you just got your headphones on, you know what I mean, welcome to Listen, Stream, Cop, and Drop. I'm E, aka Jersey, aka Stretch Armstrong, aka Jersey the 420 Chef. And I'm sitting here with the one and only big homie.
Hey, it's your girl, Madam Money, aka Trap, 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 Trap. You already know what it is. Welcome to LSCD, Listen, Stream, Cop, Drop. Yeah, niggas.
Long time overdue. Sorry, you know, hectic schedules. You know what I mean. Niggas get busy, but everything is everything, man. How's your weekend? Y'all, how was your weekend?
This past week was a little chill, shit like that. Everybody was in the grind mode. Everybody's recovering off of last weekend
Yeah.
lockdown in Philly. Niggas is out there fucking Philly up. You feel me?
Oh yeah, yeah. Listen, it took a while. I had to drink a lot of water. I was drinking gallons and gallons of water to recover. Shout out to Reserve. Like shout out to Reserve Saturday night. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was that type of night. But yeah, shout out to Reserve and shout out to TLA. And definitely shout out to Ish the Bibbles because they saved my fucking life for that event. But we gonna get into that.
Yeah, you got some I didn't. I feel offended. I'm like, yo, I didn't grab nothing. I'll be back out there though. Like, it's all good. Yeah, most definitely shout out to Reserve and the Arsenal pre-dot lockdown party and shit like that. That shit was lit. You feel me? We was trying to be low key in there on some bullshit, but they wouldn't let us.
Right. Shout out to the fucking security.
Shout out to the security. Shout out to the bottle girl with the fakest ass, but that shit was gorgeous.
Yes, yes, yes. Whoever she, I didn't even get Shorty name, but I damn sure took it when I saw it. Every time I saw it, I appreciate that. That was a good moment for us. But what's up? What's up? What we gonna go ahead and get these listeners because they really need to. You know what I mean? We've been kind of, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say we been slacking, but we just make sure we getting everything right to them. So let's go ahead and let them know what they about to get into with us.
All right. Well, first off, coming from us, like we said, we was down there in Philly and stuff like that. So we coming from you live from lockdown, giving us fucking perspective and shit about what happened and shit. It's crazy. Lockdown was kind of nuts. E, you be around at battles and shit like that. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to niggas. This was the first battle I went to in a while, like a long while and shit. You be around a little bit more and stuff. Like, what you felt about the environment in that motherfucker when we got in there?
All right, so let me go ahead and start off by saying shout out to URLTV.tv. Shout out to Smack, Beasley, Norris, Chico, that whole movement. I'm really proud of what they got going and what they doing. And I've been following them for years, so this was my first Smack event. I've been to plenty battle events, but this was my first Smack, and I really, I like the vibe of it. Like, you know what I mean? The energy when we hit the block. Just when we hit the block, like you just felt it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of people coming out to support the culture. And it felt good, you know what I mean? Shout out to Debo, shout out to QB, shout out to Ryder, you know what I'm saying? Got to sit up there and politic with them, shake hands, and what I mean, get the feel and see, you know what I mean, with the energy of like, and they real deep and humble human beings, you know what I mean? Chain of Ashley, shout out to her.
That's a
Thank
fact.
God for her getting on that card, but we're gonna talk about that later.
Ooh, most certainly.
Yeah, but it was dope, you know what I mean, just to go out there and see it. I didn't want to be on no Hollywood, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people say when you get to a Smack, like a Smack event is an event. It's totally different from any other battle event. Because I went to Shots Fired. Shout out to Shots Fired Battle League out of San Diego. I went and saw Marvin Fortune Cody against Geeky and B-Dot, and you know what I mean, Avocado filmed that, and that was, you know what I mean, that was like volume. That was more like a small room battle type deal, and that was cool. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? And I also went to a battle in Tacoma in Seattle a while ago where I saw Stewie Newton against Chilla Jones. Cortez was there. He battled. Arsenal also battled there too, and that one was bigger. That was supposed to be more of a like URL field. It was in like a banquet hall. They had a stage with the mics and everything. So like with this one, I ain't gonna lie, it felt like it was like the NBA Finals or a Titan fight. Like it was just totally different. The energy was hella electric. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it was crazy. That's why I
It
sat
was
there.
crazy. Like I can't. Yeah, like I mean, I could talk, but like you know what I mean. I just wanted to give that description. But like smack events, yo, like smack events is a whole nother world, yo.
It's a crazy
Whole nother
because
world.
coming from like when I got on the scene and shit like that, I was very much so taken back. Like I was very much in awe. I'm like, damn, like I'll try to let people peek in and do all of that. I was like, I'm not even letting nobody do none of that. You want to go and see what's going on at a smack event? You know what I mean? Go to a fucking smack event. Shit is crazy.
Right.
That, I haven't been to like a battle in a minute and shit like that. Like that same energy, that same vibe was there, but everybody was so cool. Everybody was so open and receptive to like, just meeting people, saying hi, you know what I mean? Like nobody shied away from anybody. It was really, really a cool experience. So I really played the back burner on some bullshit. I was like, let me just sit there, let me just embrace this moment and take all of this stuff in because like it was a lot. It was a lot. You know what I mean? It was a lot of things going on, a lot of important people around too. There's a lot of gangsters in there too though. I don't know if nobody noticed but me, but I definitely fucking noticed. Let's get it. But like I said, everything was cool, everything was alright. So the shit all kicked off. I want to shout out to everybody that made it possible for us to just be chilling. We was on the stage and shit like that. They made it mad comfortable for us. Shout out to Debo for helping facilitate and all of that shit too. But like, the first battle of the night, right? Came out with JC versus Suge. Now, to me, that was kind of like a weird matchup to begin with. Like, I didn't expect like JC versus Suge when they announced it on the card and stuff like that. But it turned out to be a pretty alright battle and shit.
Like real talk. My prediction was, a battle in Philly, Jersey nigga battling right across the river. It was like I felt like Suge was going Suge was going to take it. It was going to be a debatable. It wasn't going to be like no ass whooping. I didn't think it was nothing like that, but I expected Suge to have it. You know what I mean? But I didn't know about the whole BET Awards situation. Like I didn't know they were doing BET Awards before like the battle, and I didn't know how close it was. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of threw me for a loop once I heard that the next day. You know what I mean? Actually being at the battles and shit, but
right.
Like I mean, Style Clash. Yeah, it sounds like a Style Clash is the way that their pins are, but it still had the potential to be a good matchup and a good ass fucking battle. You know what I mean?
I'm real surprised by that because JC he's a deep barist. Like it's like a lot of deep thought. Where Sugar's like he play around on the top level of pen, even though his pen is nice and his pen is strong and shit. He play along on the top level, and I didn't really know who was gonna step their bars up. And who was going to dumb their bars down in this situation. And it seemed like they both held their own. But, be it that it was so close to the BET Awards. And shout out to them for just exposing the culture more. Great look out there. You feel me? Such a great thing that they're doing for battle rap. Everybody wants their little piece. But it's only going to make the culture grow. Yo, what is this I'm hearing about Suge recycling bars from the BET battles to Lockdown? Now the BET battle thing really did come out of nowhere. You feel me? We didn't hear about that up until maybe like 4 or 5 days before niggas was supposed to go and do this 4-man matchup out there. So it's crazy, but it's like dag, like Suge really out here recycling bars at Lockdown and recycling and using the bars that he just spit at BET. Like we wasn't gonna hear this, we wasn't gonna be engaged into the BET Awards to know that you're doing this shit too, especially when you wearing the same shit. Now let's get real right for a second.
Yeah, like now excuse me. When it comes to the recycling bars, I'm very disappointed in that. Like I'm not gonna co-sign that. Like I can't co-sign it. I've grown up with hip hop. There's rules to hip hop. I think we're going to discuss this a little bit further as far as it goes down with Lockdown, but I can't co-sign recycling bars. Like especially if you in the culture, like if you're in the culture and you reach that top tier status, that legendary status, you just have to have some kind of integrity about your art. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't care if it's, you know, you filmed something last night that's going to drop after the event. That shit still comes out. You get exposed, and it's going to be a top mark on your resume. You know what I mean? Forever. Like with Suge's whole performance, I was just like, you know what I mean, being behind the scenes, because we were on stage and we saw some things that you couldn't see on camera. I'm not really going to speak on that. Like I won't do that, but.
Right.
But the thing is like with him, okay, you have back-to-back battle situations. So if you slip up, like he kind of choked and forgot some things, I wasn't mad at that. That man was working hard, flying up and down that East Coast. I know about that, like that travel. So for him to even spend it, you know what I mean? Kudos to him. But that recycled bar shit, nah, that's out the window.
Yeah,
because like I'm from Jersey. I'm a Jersey fan. But like even when Suge was it? I think it was Hitman when he was against Hitman. Was it Hitman that he recited the Jada verse? No way. Like, you know, you can't do that. Like, not in hip hop, you're not taking no bars, you're not writing no bars. Like, fuck that ghostwriting shit. This ain't Drake. Like, this ain't that Drake shit. Like, you like battling. I feel is the essence of hip hop. It's the essence. Now, you know, I go against a lot of purists that talk about not coming off the top with the freestyle. Okay, that's here or there, but still have your own bars, cause like straight up and down, fam. You can't do that. Can't do that at all.
Yeah, you can't recycle it on two different levels like that, like two high platforms like that. You know, this was a big card. You can't do that. It's I'm not giving a nigga no type of a slack in the situation. I don't care, like travel wise, any of that. Just like you said, like Jersey, right across the bridge and shit like that. Like you making money, you getting money, nigga. Change your clothes and go out there and fucking give us some fucking bars. You feel me? Like don't do all of that. Like you were saying, like you know certain things you won't speak on and stuff like that. But like nigga, I was standing right behind this nigga, and not only was he wasn't prepared like with his bars or had to recycle bars, he didn't remember his bars. He was going back and reading it was just like Cannabis being on fucking stage with a piece of paper to me, because a nigga is dead in my face. Like, you know what I mean? Like we so shit. So I'm sorry to say that, but like real talk, like listen, I'm a fan up there. I'm not no member of no crew. I'm not doing nothing with nobody. We up there just enjoying the fucking culture. So when I see some shit like that, then now I gotta look at everybody crazy. And I'm glad that I started looking at everybody crazy off of this first fucking battle, because like, yo, and I like to give everybody credit where credit is due. Like, but then we have to hold people accountable when they doing some nut bullshit too. Like, it was really weird to me to see this guy like looking into his phone for his bars. That's not you're not Drake in the BlackBerry moment. You're not none of this stuff. Like, you're not none of these things. This is battle rap. You supposed to be prepared now. Nobody knew at the time the bars would be recycled, so he got that shit off. But not only that, you performed these bars like 2 days ago and you couldn't remember this shit. You gotta tighten all of that shit up, son. I'm sorry. It just not happen like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, when you say Cannabis, that flipped the switch. You're so fucking right. Cause I swear to God, that Cannabis. Oh my God. Okay, cool. I'm out of that moment. I just said that hurt. That broke my heart.
That shit killed the whole entire environment. You feel me? That was the icing on the cake to kill that nigga whole career.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Off that. All right. But yeah. All right. You right, yo. I give you that. Yeah. Yeah, true that. You right. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know, it started off with what was going to be a good battle. The energy was good there. Nobody got booed in this first battle. I can't remember. Just like off the top of my head. So the energy was really there. Everybody was behind everybody. Everybody was participating and stuff like that. And then we got to Tay Roc versus Geechee Gotti. Oh my God.
Shout out to the cameraman for catching me smoking that joint the whole fucking like first round of that battle.
Hey yo, this nigga was blowing so hard. This is how much in awe I was at the battle. Like, he took me to the bar and was like, "What you want to drink?" I'm like, "Water." All I want is water. Like, I'm not smoking. All I want is water. None of that, because I don't want to miss any of this stuff. So it's crazy. But yeah, you was up there blowing kind of hard. You had it. You had it two ways. You had the vape. You had the roll up too. Don't worry about it.
Yo, like, I really saved my moment. Like, my first joint, like, I really saved it for the Tay Roc battle. Like, shout out to Rock, you know what I mean? Shout out to Gotti, you know what I mean? Fuck with both of them heavy in this game, you know what I'm saying? I always see Tay Roc rolling up. I always see him with that shit. So I made sure I saved my shit, you know what I mean, for his battle. But I was locked in. This was an incredible battle, you know? Battle of the night, you know what I'm saying?
Battle of the night? Okay. I'm
That's
just
battle
saying.
tonight for me.
No, it is. You good?
Because I mean, you know, it was so extra. Like it was entirely. Yeah, well, we'll get into that. But yeah, battle tonight for me. But yeah,
I do want to give I do want to shout out Tay Rock because I was just at the Benny concert and shit like that. He had came through. He was up on there, so I was like, you know, he's always around somewhere. He's always somewhere
yeah.
where you least expect him to be at, but he be around and shit like that. So yeah, shout out to Tay Rock. What and like Tay Rock's first was so energetic. I was like, damn, because like Geechee Gotti is a hard opponent, and like it is, but so much because Geechee got so much credibility behind him, and what Tay Rock just was coming off of with, you know what I mean, the big brawl that fucking Reloaded and shit like that. Like, you know, it's like damn, like how is he gonna come to Geechee Gotti? He really stepped his son in there, but this was one of the first, like this is one of Geechee's best first verses. Like,
I think this might be. Yeah, this as far as first round, this is this is his best first round. As goes for first round this year, I think this nigga got the best first of the year. Like he might have round of the year. Like I've never witnessed anything like that. Like never. Like
yeah, it was
never witnessed. Not like that. Not like that. Like not like that. I'm trying to really think of other verses that were really heavy like that. Like that made me feel some sort of way like that when I heard them. I don't know. Like I don't know. And then you got to think about it. Like I was when we talked about this. Like we talked about this battle a lot. You know what I mean? Because this was one that we didn't expect or shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was like when I thought about it, I was like, okay. Tay-Rock is usually a second round nigga, you feel me? He always, like, he has a good first round, but he really turns up in the second round. But with it being Geechee, and Geechee always having a super strong ass third, I didn't know where Tay was going to place his, you know what I mean, his strong round, or if he was really just going to step his pin up across the board and just have all super dope rounds, you know what I'm saying? So when this battle, like, when this battle up to the second battle of the night, like, it was lit. Like
I ain't gonna lie to you, like I'm at a 50-50 split because it was like two different styles for me. Like Geechee was really talking to son that we know that shit that's factual, all these things, you know, his perspective on everything like that. But Tay Rock's second, like Tay Rock didn't lay down that 1 minute in this battle. Like, you feel me? Tay Rock's second, he was really strong with it, even though, you know, Geechee edged him out overall and stuff like that. Like, yo, I was so happy just to see Tay Rock, like, yeah, y'all was calling all type of shit. Like, everybody's predictions was real dumb on this battle to begin with. You feel me? Nobody was giving nobody the benefit of the doubt and stuff like that. I was really happy to see, like, you know, it's not a debatable because Geechee won the battle. But you could talk about it like it was debatable. That's how good of a battle it was. This was definitely like a classic battle. Wait till everybody, like, once they ever drop this shit on YouTube or the app or whatever, and everybody really get a chance to see all of this shit. Like, this shit was some fire right there. So like after you know, Suge and JC, this like shook it up a bit. But this also kick-started the booze of the evening. When Tay Rock went out there, he started talking to Philly niggas about Cassidy. Nigga, we are like nobody was trying to hear. And I want to ask you a question, right? As an artist, like, you know, you feel me? As an artist, when something like that happens on stage, you miss your words, you do this and stuff. You're supposed to recover. I don't really understand why he was out there trying to do the same shit over and over again. Like, nah, you gonna hear this shit. Like, nah, it's like 3,000 motherfuckers. It feel like it's only 1,000, but it feels like 3,000 motherfuckers out here telling you to shut the fuck up. You supposed to be a little bit quicker on your feet and just, like, you know, obliterated after that. That's where he lost the battle at. That's the only place he really lost the battle at. It'd have been a much more fair thing. It would be a truly debatable battle if he would have just just took a step back and be like, I can't say this. Now I gotta say something else. Like, okay, you don't want to hear that shit, hear this. You feel me? And just let them know you still nice with it. That was started off the booing in the whole shit, and like that shit just progressively got worse and worse as the night went on. Shit is crazy, like, but it was a stand up battle. That shit was cool as hell.
So this is how like I kind of analyze everything. Like after thinking about it, because I watched that battle like 3 or 4 times. You know what I mean? For a certain reason, you know what I mean? For odd reasons, but it made me go back to something. All right, so it's like, all right, we you know what I mean? Tay-Rock had his first, and Geechee had his first, which smoked Tay-Rock. Tay-Rock, we thought Tay-Rock was dead. Tay-Rock recovers in the second round, you know what I mean? And then Geechee had he had a couple spots in his second, but then they had their third. Now, the thing about Tay-Rock starting to talk about Cassidy, and then it get into the booze, Lil Show battled in Houston. He had his first PG in Houston on URL against Scotty. Scotty was home. He was home. Scotty is an ATL nigga. Like, I've seen him battle JC and all of that. Shout out to Scotty. He's dope. He really should have been on URL a long time ago. Probably need to tag him in this shit, too. But, the thing is, when Lil Show battled him, right. Lil Show still repped Houston shit, but he was going against a local native and didn't get booed. You feel me?
Yeah, because in that battle, he wasn't trying to slander that shit. He used it the right way. Like, you know what I mean? He made the references the right way. I know that battle that you referred to and shit.
Yeah, but still, even that was going against a local, like a super local, like Scotty.
Mm-hmm.
He should, you would expect some blues somewhere, but he got the respect of being an artist that's in a battle. So, like, with Philly, like, the thing of them booing, like, I really didn't appreciate them booing Tay-Rock getting his bars off in his brow. Like, he's spitting about a nigga that's been talking shit about him, you know what I mean? Like, how the fuck you not gonna let him get these bars off?
Nah,
like,
you gotta know. That's why I said, like, you might try it, but once you see it don't work, you gotta do something else. That's what it is. Like, and really to try to do that shit 5 or 6 times, like, this crowd is gonna let up on your ass, that's not happening. That's not happening.
Yeah,
certain places, that shit just not happening.
That was all rock ego, because you know that nigga got like that Napoleon, like, you know what I mean? He got that small man, big mind, big heart complex. You know that was coming. You know, what I mean?
It's crazy, be it that I seen him out like and about out in Philly and shit like that. I thought that they would have like gave him some more love, like, you know what I mean, let him do his thing, but that was not the atmosphere here. Which, like, just leads me to believe, like, you know, whenever Cassidy is on a card,
yeah,
you're going to see some good battles, but you cannot fuck up. These are all battles of your life type shit, because you might get stained, you might get tarnished out of nowhere, and you did everything the fucking right way. Had this been at any other fucking event with Cassidy not on the card, and he just start talking about Cassidy out of nowhere, everybody been like, yeah, fuck that nigga, they would have been with him. But you're like, it's like they go in there with this energy to be on some like boo 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 shit, which is like, yo, I haven't really seen a nigga get booed in battle rap up until like this Cassidy shit happened with Goods. Like, I really haven't seen that myself. You feel me? I always tell everybody, like, I come from the perspective of like a new fan when it comes down to all of this new shit and stuff like that. But don't get it twisted, confused, or fucked up. Like, I've been around real battles. Like, nigga, you might see me on a Smack DVD somewhere with these niggas battling. You feel me? Like, that much into the culture. But it's like, you know, all of this new shit. Like, no. That's just crazy. But they did put out a classic battle and shit like that. Like,
definitely.
That's some shit that would do, like, niggas would do a rematch on that. Like, I be treating this shit like boxing. Like, yo, you know what I mean? They both gave a good performance. Geechee won. Is that rematch worthy? Would you want to watch something like that again?
Nah, you can just watch this. This has mad replay value. Like, this is like matter of fact, like, all right, and it has mad replay value, but I would never want to see them battle each other again, because they ain't nothing else to really trying to say after this. Like, honestly, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel they said what they could have said to each other. They got it all. Everything still fly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like they got like squads that bump heads, like K-Gang and bumping heads for Mafia and little shit like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was good for the moment. It was a good battle for the moment. But you know what I mean, right where it was, and you know. That's it, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Geechee just for motherfucking asking the nigga why he ain't help Briz, nigga. That's all. So that's the first words out of his mouth.
Hey, yo, real nigga shit, listen, like just real nigga shit is in the moment of after hearing like Tay-Rock's verse, like, you know what I mean? Because we were there, like we were standing right there, but we were like kind of in the middle. but on Tay-Rock's side, but we were close to the Tay-Rock side. So to hear Geechee fucking Gotti quick sound and watch like Tay-Rock side, like oh my god, like listen, oh man, what? Yo, listen, I will never forget that moment. It's a lot of things that happen, but moments like, oh my god, I think that's why I feel so extra about that fucking battle. Is because just to witness and hear it and see the battle, but to see niggas be defeated, oh my god, like niggas' faces was pressed. Shout out to Tay-Rock and that fucking effect around.
Oh yeah, that's cool. It was cool though because like after he battled with what he genuinely just stood out, like hung out around and shit like that. It was talking to niggas, chilling with niggas and shit like that. It's like damn, like I don't know, I might have to leave the venue and shit after that happened. Like after the whole place booming and some shit, like I gotta go. But it was cool. Like he just stuck around and stuff like that. It was alright. So like the first two battles was good, which led up to Reed Dollaz versus K Shine. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, I had to do all my research when it came down to K Shine. You feel me?
Okay.
Like I really respected what he had did with DNA Reloaded or whatever have you, and the one before that too. So I was like, you know what, everybody, I'm not really familiar with Shine like that. I really wasn't up until these last couple of battles that happened in the last couple of months and shit like that. But that nigga right there, I can honestly put him in like my top 4 battle rappers. He gonna be number 4. But I could put him in there because I really respect how he writes. I respect his thought process in a lot of these things and stuff like that. Now Reed, for me, like, you know what I mean? I'm mad picky, everybody. I'm sorry as hell. Like, nigga went out there with the bulletproof vest joint on and shit like that. I was like, you know what? I don't know about all of that, but he held his own, and it was good to see Reed at home. How you felt that the crowd really was receiving, you know, the hometown favorite Reed Dollaz?
Oh, yo, like when it all comes down to it, and you say battle rap. You don't say Cassidy, you say Reed Dollaz. I don't care who you are. Like, Reed is the guy. Like, he's the guy. Like, shout out to Reed fucking Dollaz. He's the one guy. Like, he's the one legend. Like, when it comes to it, that I love. Like, I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, hands down. Like, Reed. I'm sorry. And not only that, but Reed can rap, and Reed gives good performances. Like, his bars don't necessarily be all the way up to bars, but Reed makes improvement. Every battle Reed makes improvement. And not only that, but his style, it works, and it's just dope, and you love to hear Reed fucking rap, because Reed can fucking rap.
Yeah, so, I'm an advocate for Reed, like on the street level and shit like that. Like, just, you know, battling Meek Mills and they having this beef and shit like that. I was like, Reed, you feel me? Like, we going with Reed. It's like, you know, he didn't surprise me. He gave me exactly what he was supposed to with it. And that kind of bothered me. I was like, damn, it's like maybe he's like kind of stuck in this spot where like, is nostalgia taking over his actual bar work or his actual progressing? Like, are we really in the Reed Dollaz? Because the last battle he had was against, I can't remember. Rex. I always get Rex and the other nigga mixed up, but his other battle was against Rex or whatever have you. And niggas was like, yeah, Reed won, and like in my mind I was like, no, he didn't. And I'm sorry if you know what I mean, everybody don't feel that way, but I had the other guy. You feel me? I didn't have Reed.
I mean, I got Reed. I got Reed over Rex.
I got Rex. I don't know something that happened with it, and I will go back and just watch it again. But like my initial things, like I always just jot down and shit like that, and I was like, damn, you know what I mean? Rex got it and shit like that, which made me more interested in Rex too, and shit, just trying to catch up on past things, because I know a nigga been around 2,000 years in battle rap. But yeah, no, it's a fact. So I quoted up with that, but it was like this was a good battle. And like everything was good. Like this was one of the debatable battles. I don't think like Reed Dollaz really came in there and body bagged this nigga or nothing like that. I think that, you know, it could go both ways up until later. A couple days later, here we have another instance of somebody being accused of stealing bars. K-Shine
Right.
still in bars. Now this
Automatic, like that's automatic termination. That's automatic violation.
is crazy. Like the fucking rules have really changed in battle rap. That's why I said like I love where I be coming from for, because like yo, there was certain rules that it was the rules. Like it's no biting, no choking, no fighting. You feel me? This is what it is. Like, and
Right.
motherfuckers is coming out here like still in bars, and they don't understand. Like, listen, the culture is so small, and all of the events and all of these things are documented so well. You're going to get found out upon. Now it's like it's one thing to like pay homage, but the nigga that I believe he stole the bars from ain't nobody to pay homage to. So you don't come in there and do that shit. You blatantly just stole this man's bars. Now, I'm somebody too that thinks like, you know, creatives will come up with the same type of creativity at times. Like, you know, if we have the same topic, we might come in there and say something similar, but not hand motions, not motions. You feel me? Like you say you reeling them in and shit like that, and you're doing the same thing as we now seen somebody else do. And I got all of that for niggas. Like I don't get that. I don't get that. It's like in your research of that, like what do you put in to find these obscure fucking lines that you're stealing that everybody still knows about and is gonna motherfucking point them out? That shit nuts.
Yeah, like excuse me, I'm sorry. You already know West Coast shit got me choking, but nah, it is just unacceptable, man. Like I've watched this is alright. I watched a lot of K-Shine. K-Shine that got me to pay attention was K-Shine against JC.
Okay.
JC had battles, Chili Jones had the classics, so he was on the radar. He making moves. This is a throwback. This is a super throwback battle, mind you. But K-Shine had so much creativity in that battle, you know what I'm saying, to beat JC, because JC's pen at that time, he was a hard motherfucker to deal with. But K-Shine beat him. And I appreciated K-Shine's pen and what levels he took it to get to, you know what I mean, to make sure that he made it. So to come and see that is, you know what I mean, such a simple, cheesy ass line. Like that's a gimmicky line. You feel me? Like that line, that type of bar that he stole is a gimmick. Why are you stooping down? Like why are you stooping down to that? Like why are you stooping down to that?
It's real generic. It's one of those things. Like we could put 15 people in a room and tell them, you know, make 5 bars about fishing, and this shit is gonna come up 6 times. Like it's not. I really didn't understand why. Like I didn't understand why. But at the time, you don't know it. You feel me? So it's flowing with what he gotta do. But to come out days later, like yo, bro, like you know what I mean? Now I gotta question all your work that I just fell in love with you. You feel me? Like I just started respecting your pen and shit like that from when I stepped into the shit. Now I gotta question all your work.
Yeah, it's like this. I'm not going to take it that far to question the work. You lost the battle off the strength of this motion. Like you lost the battle, period. Okay. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the rest of these niggas that, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be like the rest of the niggas that try to be like, try to make excuses or whatever because these are more popular. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you can't do that. That's a violation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, battle rap is no excuse for this. Like,
yeah. Like, man, trust me. Don't worry. We'll get into that, but at the end of the day, I can't say I'm going to go back and question all his work because I know for a fact this hasn't been done. Like nowadays, compared to all the work that he did when battle rap was small and not paid attention to, now battle rap is a bigger thing where you have 100 million little leagues. Like battle rap is turning into like college football. You have a whole bunch of bullshit ass leagues out here. They get a whole bunch of prospects, but you got 1 or 2 that'll come out of here and be able to make it up to the upper ranks and the upper tiers. Right. So it's like, I can't, you know what I mean? I'm not going to question all his work and think that because at the time he was putting in work where there were no leagues, you know what I mean? Where battle rap wasn't this big, you know what I mean?
I can respect that. But I'm a nigga like that. Like I really am, and I can't even hide the fact because like it only take like listen when it come down to like being a fan of rappers or battle rappers or whatever have you. When you're a true fan, you're really riding with that person. You vouch for that person. You putting people onto that person. That person is a reflection of you. How many times you going to say, you know what, listen to this album? Niggas be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This what you listening to? It always results back to like the people that you try to put out there or you talk about. They're a reflection of you somehow, some way, unless you blatantly say you don't like them. And it's like when it comes down to disc craft in general, like battle rapping and cypher type situation and things like that. This is like the basis that all rappers had to go through to become rappers, to become known, to become mainstream or whatever have you, get their name out there, stuff like that. But we can't have a situation where you think it's okay to steal a bar and it's like forgivable. We're gonna throw it underneath the bridge. We're gonna do this, that, and the third. Like, nah, your pen is under like such scrutiny and like, yo, you're one of the most creative writers in the game. Like, it don't make no sense to me now. I do have to really question that shit going forward. Like, I gotta question it.
No, I'm with you. I'm definitely got my eye. Like, I got the eye on you now. Like, you know what I mean? It's a shame. Like, it's a fucking shame. Like, man, please. Like, nah, yo. Like, nah, it's just unacceptable. Like, I shouldn't have to sit here and watch you, but I gotta watch you now. I mean, I went through the same shit. Like, I went through the same shit with Av. Shout out to Av. You know what I mean? Out of Kid Gang, Shark City Av on Twitter. You know what I mean? Punchline heavy. That's my motherfucking nigga. But when he did the Iron Low, like, they believe it, and you know what I mean, from Averb, like, you know what I mean, you had to look at him like, are you really serious? You took one of the most popular bars in battle rap and really, you know what I mean? And I didn't even really take it as, you know what I mean? As to pay homage, you know what I mean? Like, it came off different, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can execute the use of somebody else's bar, and it seems like you're paying homage, you know what I mean? If it's like, if you start off with that, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, like, Hov did it. When they, you know what I mean? When they really through the system, like, you know what I mean?
Right,
it's setting off your verse. Yeah, it's setting off the verse, like, even Fly Anakin, shout out to Fly Anakin in the Academy. He quoted Nas, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's to be fitting, it's paying homage. Like, we understand. It's like, it's an unwritten rule in hip hop. If, you know what I mean? Especially if you're quoting great bars, like, great bars from a real classic poem, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
it's not the same.
But yeah, throwing that shit in the middle of some shit, you know, it don't come off the same. You know what I'm saying?
That's a big difference. Like, when you pay a homage, it's supposed to be noticeable. You know exactly where it came from. You know why he's saying it then, you feel me? And it fits with what's going on. That's how you pay homage. Right. That's how you keep a legacy alive. That's how you feel me? Do exactly just like you said, Hov did it. Hov always say, you know what I mean? Like, he does this just to big up his brother. That's what he's doing. But like when you're taking like one thing here and sliding it in, like, nah, dog. Like, inspiration comes from a lot of places, but you should know better than that. You got to do a little bit better than that. It's crazy. Yeah, but and I really, I low key was like, Shine's gonna win just off of his like past performances and stuff like that. But you know, man.
Yeah. I was with you. Like, I thought like, man, goddamn, like this is like when I saw that they like first off. All we knew was Cash and Arts for a while. When they said K-Shine and Reed Dollars and Philly, like, listen, I know that K-Shine has been like, he's been whooping ass, and he's on some shit like top, like literally Shine is like really top 5 battlers. You know what I mean? For the last couple of years, I will not take that from that man. But I was like, oh, he's going up against Reed. Reed can rap and Reed's been doing good. I was like, K-Shine was going to lose to Philly. Like, I kind of thought, like, you know what I mean? I didn't think K-Shine was going to lose to Philly, but I thought that K-Shine would have, like, you know what I mean, be better than that. But K-Shine lost to Philly, to Reed. And that's just, it is what it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy. That was a good battle, and like in the moment, like I said, like niggas didn't know that he had stole bars or whatever, so everything was Gucci, everything was running along smooth. Then we got into like, yo, this is what I came here to see. You feel me? On the law, I came here to see this battle right here. Bill Collector versus DNA. This is why I came. I came just to see this battle. And you know what I mean? It didn't disappoint. Like, it's weird because I love the way DNA write. I love his pen, but I don't like him. You understand what I mean? Like, I don't like him like that. But you can listen. You can respect the art form and not respect the motherfucking artist, I guess. But like, I fuck with how he write. He like a genius to me on the law. And it's like, you know what? The only person I never seen DNA lose. Hold on a second, E. I never seen DNA lose. Like, in my mind, I never really seen him lose. I seen him always get the crowd mad hype. I know that he will embarrass somebody in a heartbeat. You feel me? Like, one of the most heartbreaking moments, like me watching battle rap, motherfucking DNA versus Twerk. Like, he told Son, like, you made a rookie mistake. And you talk through my rounds and you shut that shit down. Like, you know what I mean? Make them have no voice like, oh, Red. You feel me? Like, so it's crazy as hell. But I said that DNA versus Bill Collector, man, that's the type of nigga that DNA need on his ass. Like, you even seen from the face off, nigga, running your hut, take dap, nigga. Like,
oh my god. Oh my god. So, okay. So, like, with this battle, I was happy with this battle. Like, I was really happy with this battle too. Because I'm a fan of Bill Collector. I really fuck with Bill Collector hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, his whole style, just everything about Bill. You know what I mean? And Bill's been on the dope chair for the last couple. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's been getting, you know what I mean? He's been getting recognition and getting plates that he deserves. You feel me? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, Bill's no slouch. Bill can fucking rap. Bill had this fucking cipher version. And that's when I learned that Bill can fucking rap. It was kind of like the BET, like a BET joint, but it was all Smack the URL rappers and all of that. When I say Bill shoot this motherfucking verse up, I was like, oh shit, who the fuck, like, Bill can fucking rap. So I went back and started watching Bill, you know what I mean, Bill and John, that was an epic classic, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, Bill's just been making his rounds doing his thing. So I was, and then with him battling DNA, like, my thing about DNA is this: DNA is the commercial version of battle rap music. It's just like mainstream music that gets played on the radio. Like, it's just like he raps the way a Drake song would get played on the radio, like a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I will not deny or disrespect the man's skill. He can freestyle, like, but it's just so, like, I can see his, like, with me and the way that I look at the art form and my love to hip hop and studying bars. It's just not, like, it's too simple for me. Like, it's like so spoon fed. Like, he has spoon fed bars to me. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it works. Like, he won the BET. That's why he won the BET shit, because he knows how to put some current events and put it together, so that the person listening don't have to think so much to be able to keep up with him as he's rapping. Like, that's why he wins. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard to do, though. You feel me? Like, I
mean, you know what I mean? To a degree, that's why that's why I respect his skill, because he does it at a high level that's very hard to do. Like, other niggas can't rap like that. You feel me? Like, just period. Like, other niggas can't rap like that. So it's a love-hate relationship. Like, I don't like him, but at the same time, if I hear anybody else try to talk down about him, I wouldn't let it happen, because the nigga, like, he's been doing it at a high level for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him rebuttal, like, freestyle rebuttal, a nigga that had a stupid scheme with props and all of that against Jim. He battled Jim on King of the Dot. I forgot which card. I don't want to say Blackout or Master. It was like one of them cards like that. But the nigga, like, freestyle rebuttal with his nigga prop. Like, when I saw him do that, I was like, fuck him, nigga. Like, he's on another level with it. He's not ordinary, you know what I mean?
You gotta watch your step around that nigga.
Right, but at the same time, Bill got, like, such a fly, like, a fly swag with him. Like,
he's a trap nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, oh. I love it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, go ahead. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Because everybody can't talk like that. You gotta live that shit, too. It's levels. So I'm like, go ahead, trap nigga, get that shit. You feel me? Man, but he got that shit a little too hard, though, Jers. On some real shit. That nigga first round was too long, though.
Yeah, and I think he recognized it now that he went back. Like maybe after reviewing it, like you know what I mean, watching the battle or hearing how people felt about the battle, so on and so forth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he felt like it was too long. It wasn't that it was trash. It was not that it was trash because you know what I mean. You know we was back there listening and it was like it was we were back there. It was like we was smoking, but we was back there and it was Surf was over like right across on the other side of the like DJ table the whole time, and he was going crazy over every fucking Bill bar, which was like his thing. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, the shit was smacking, but to hear another nigga like, and you know what I mean? You know who Surf is and how he moves. He's going back here in every bar. He's sitting up at your coming like he's like, yo, Bill, you crazy, like you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Like it was like. And the shit was fire, but yeah, it was a long ass fucking run. Like, that
it was. Like I said, like nigga, it take a lot to hold my attention. That every bar was hot, but I felt myself like I snapped back into the battle. Like, oh shit, this nigga is still rapping. Like,
right, yeah.
That shit was crazy. That nigga was clearly he was on one for real. But all that shit hit. Nigga said you just did BET, you be on ESP2, right?
Yeah.
He said, my man, he's got a 30-30 on the first take. I misquoted him, but you understand what the fuck is going on.
Oh my god, but that was crazy. That was a crazy ESP. Like that game was crazy, and it hit so hard. It hit hard, but I don't think everybody got it on the level that he was saying it on. Though that's the thing about it. Like
it was where he had a couple dry spots in this shit. And I was like, shit, like everything DNA said in the face off is true. But he's losing the battle and shit like that. It took them a couple times to get some of this shit. He also was getting booed up, this motherfucker too though. But he told everybody like, yo, like, shut the fuck up. And that's the difference. Like, you feel me? Like, he just like commands that presence and shit. Cause you know, he a wild nigga, like.
But he understands Philly niggas and what they be on. Sometimes they be just drawn like niggas was drawn as a fuck like that motherfucking guy. Like niggas was just out there. You know what I mean? That line for that liquor, niggas was just taking straight shots at any of Red Bull trying to hold it together in there. It was mad stuffy. You know what I mean? We saw a couple people. We saw Shorty pass out walking across the stage. Like Shorty,
nigga said that she saw Tay-Rock and fainted. I was dying.
Yeah.
Yo, no way. Tay-Rock was by like, yo, what happened? Like, nigga saw you and fainted. Like, oh, shit.
Yeah, like, talk about mid-stride. Like, Shorty was in the middle of walking and just passed out. So, you know what I mean?
We didn't even know she needed help. We thought she was hugged up with son.
Yeah,
we saw her feet. You know what I mean? Shit nuts.
Her eyes was open and all of that. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why Bill was able to command the crowd. Because he knew the crowd, though. You know what I mean? It's just some hours. It's hot in there. Everybody being extra. And, you know what I mean? People drunk, high. You know what I mean? Gosh, it was crazy. Like, it was too much niggas in there. They was standing up all day. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he was able to command the crowd. But, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, if he'd have seen some of that first round for the second round, he would have been able to sit up there and say he beat DNA 3-0. But I got Bill in the first and third. I really liked this first and third a lot. I mean, the third for both of them wasn't the best. It was kind of bad for both of them, but I liked those for the DNA. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to say here again, like, everything was cool on the scene, whatever. And, like, it was clear that Bill had won. And it was clear that, like, he was getting to DNA a little bit. DNA wasn't all there with himself. I don't know if he was tired coming off of this BET win, you feel me? 25K and drink water. But, yo, here we go with another instance on this fucking card. With stealing bars. Like, stop jacking the fucking bars, yo, because that shit is just crazy to me. So, you know, that's why they say, oh, well, you're not going to find out till after the fact. You're not going to find out till after the fact. What the fuck one day, like, somebody really out there like, no, you took that shit. You took that shit from me, actually. Like, he's stealing these bars from fucking, like, people that he's judging and stuff like that and really stealing work. Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do that without shouting the nigga out in the process of your bars or whatever? Like, I ain't really like that. That shit makes me, here we go again, question, because like DNA and K-Shine be together and shit like that. Like, now I got a question.
listen, birds of a feather flock together. So like, you know what I mean? But more importantly, this is a really, 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 really super dirty one. Like this one is like, this is fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? Part of my French language, you know what I mean? But like, you're DNA. Like your DNA is just a big deal. Like, come on, cuz. And then not only that, but you stole a bar from a motherfucking, like, what was it, a tournament? I don't know if it was a tournament that he threw or he had his name on something, but he's in the background reacting stupidly to the bar, and Steven said to himself, "That's crazy. That was crazy." And then you steal it? Come on, like, oh.
The bar itself is recent, like, because all of y'all niggas be off of Power or whatever. You feel me? Like, I've never watched Power. I will get into it one day. You feel me? I'll sit and do it. But like, the bar is off for like the theme song of Power being changed. Well, nigga, I know that shit just fucking recently happened. So now we not even digging in the crates to steal shit. We just gonna come out with it and like, we just gonna fucking steal somebody's recent work on top of this.
That damn YouTube. I'm listening to YouTube, bro. Like, and the bar is so DNA. It sounds like DNA. That's the bad thing about it. Like, it sounds so much like DNA.
Yeah, just his style right there.
When I heard it, and when I saw the battle and I heard him say it made sense, because the first thing that I said to myself with DNA battling in front of a BET crowd, every current event and every rapper's name is going to get flipped, and he's going to milk it for what it's worth, and he's going to win. When they announced that they had 4 battle rappers in a battle for 25,000, and DNA was one of them, I was like, they're giving DNA a check, and then they're like alley-ooping him.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, no disrespect to Geechee Gotti, T-Top, or Shotgun Suge. All of them can rap, but they all have a lane. And like I said, DNA is he's the mainstream commercial battle. Like, he's a mainstream rapper of, like, battle rap. Like, that's just what he does.
I didn't know y'all had one. I wouldn't have said it was DNA. In my mind, like, you know, everybody say Hitman and stuff like that. It's like that most, like, mainstream and stuff like that. Like, I would never I didn't even know as many niggas knew of DNA that know of DNA.
Bro,
just being real.
I don't, like, my thing about DNA is he's terrible at marketing himself. If he has a manager, whoever his manager is, he should fire him.
And his stylist. Let's go.
Bro, DNA obviously does not have a stylist. He's just terrible. But whatever, that fucking jacket in the theme song, fucking horrible. It's like Orlando Magic mascot. But anyway, the point I'm saying is, DNA, he can write like he does. Like, DNA, I know DNA can sit up there and write a song. Like, I know he can write a song. It's too easy for him. He can write catchy shit, all of that shit. If he sits down, gets your funny beats and stuff like ghostwriting, like, you know what I'm saying, he would make millions. Like, he would make millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's
like, he's just not marketing himself right. That's why, like, the one thing I said about everything to them, like, to them. Like, I put it out on Twitter. I gave all of them a shout out, and I was like, hashtag ghostwriter check. Again, y'all can sit up there and want to be out there and be at the front, but that takes image and all of that shit. Y'all battle rappers, fuck all that shit. Just show that you can write.
Yeah,
just show these motherfuckers that you can write. Yeah, and get royalty. You know what I mean? Get royalty checks. Get publishing checks. Write for these motherfuckers. Happy, like, a lot of these rappers are all using the same, like, you know what I mean? It's just all, we will talk about all of that. But the thing is, they sat up there and was able to display their 10, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I really, and it's like, just cash in on that shit. Like, DNA, you know what I'm saying? He can cash in all the way on that shit, for real, for real. I wouldn't even want to sit up there and say, I want to see DNA making music out here like that, because, you know what I mean, it's a lane where you got to dance or look a certain way and all that shit, and that's not DNA.
He not a gangster. He not a this. Like, he not none of those things. So he can't fall back on that. With, like, you know, Suge got that image. You know, Geechee makes the best music out the battle rappers. I'm gonna just be clear with that. Sue Surf comes second. I'm gonna just say that.
You got Surf, like, yeah, he, like, Surf is, when it comes to music, Surf is very, like, Surf is that sticky, because Surf is now doing, like, first of all, his music is dope. Like, I fuck all his music, but he's getting into the point of live instrumentation. Like, shout out to Surf, and not to take anything from him, but shout out to Verb too. Like, Verb does his thing, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you got like a lot of West Coast other people, but as far as, you know what I mean, the East Coast shit that we talking about, like, it's Surf, and then, you know, the next person up after that is like Geechee Gotti. Like, Geechee really has, like, he could write a fucking song. All his albums have been dope. Anything he's done for is dope. Like, the West Coast shit, like, we'll talk about that. But yeah, you know what I mean? And Surf and Geechee Gotti, honestly, like, when it comes to the music, yeah, you're right.
He drops real consistent. He drops very consistent. He drops more frequent than any other battle rappers when it comes down to regular music. That's why I'm putting all respect behind him. I put him number one, just because of the level and the time.
Quality shit though. Like, Geechee Gotti has radio friendly hits.
Yo,
and that sounds funny as fuck to say.
He does. What Geechee needs? I'm sorry to talk over you, but what Geechee needs, he needs a strong feature. He needs a feature from an artist that, you know what I mean, and it's gonna come out right, and he'll be able to do the crossover. He could be a big crossover. You feel me? I feel like he really just needs a strong feature. You know, that's a cheat code to do anything, but he might not be going that route or whatever personally. But if, like, you know what I mean, if he got anybody remotely famous on the track with him, they will play it on the radio. Everybody would start looking into his music. He would be one of those guys, because even though, you know, the URL, I mean, smacking them, they promote him. He's a more heavily played artist throughout the battles and stuff like that. Like, he's very heavily played. He's always on display. So, you know.
Well, I mean, like that comes from, like, now that part comes from Avocado, like, you know what I mean? That's Avocado's influence. Avocado records, produces all these big reviews. And I mean, he plays everybody's music, but he has his own lane and his own label of Ruin Your Day, and that includes everybody that's pretty much Cali, you know what I mean? You got B-Dot, you got Hillmack out of Portland, you got Geechee, you got Taz, Maps Lex. Like, he shows a lot of love to, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, to his, you know what I mean, his squad and his inner circle and running, but they're big, like, they're deep, you know what I'm saying? So, and not only that, but they all rock with each other, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got the one song where you had Daylight, Lil Mac, D-Dot, and you had Geechee Gotti on it, and it was heavy as the fuck, and it was fire, you know what I'm saying? So, they run heavy. They got, like, the West Coast, that whole, you know what I mean, LSD and all of that. That's the real movement. Like, them boys serious. Like, they stick together, you know what I mean? Regardless of who does what, you know what I mean? Nobody's greater than another. They all salute and support each other, one and the same. And it's kind of like, it's dope to see that shit, you know what I mean?
I definitely do see that coming. The West is always like that when it comes down to everything. The East Coast is always the one all chopped up and shit. But that was dope. That was dope battle leading up to, you know what I mean, like the last two like heavy hitter battles for the night. One of which being Twork versus Calico. Now, Twork versus Calico. Like, Calico went first. The West really wanted to talk to East Coast niggas on this lockdown card. Between him and talking to Twork and Geechee talking to Tay-Rock, like, it was really different. They was coming really different, and it was like a real threat like involved with it. You feel me? And it's like they really wasn't playing. Like, you ain't hear not one joke come from nobody on that end. Like, not one joke. Like, they was real serious with it, which made, like, it's kind of crazy because, like, when a rapper like Calico goes up against somebody like Twork, it's really hard to captivate the crowd on a level like that, because it goes back to what you were saying, like, you know, user friendly pins. Like, you feel me? Twork has one of those pins where he's saying some of the most simple shit in the most complex of ways, and, like, you know, it's gonna draw you in, it's gonna hold you, even if he just changes the tone and how he's rapping to you and stuff like that. That shit is gonna draw your attention. But Calico was speaking some real shit. You feel me? Real shit, like a dope ass verse from first from Calico.
Yeah, like it's like all right now. So this when I saw this battle on paper, I'm just like it's built because of the energy. Like these are two aggressive niggas, but it's two different lanes. You know what I'm saying? Like I've watched Cal grow. Like you know what I'm saying? Like the first real battle that I saw of Calico, he battled Lux. You feel me?
Okay.
And you know what I mean? He had went through the whole choke situation all the way to the third round.
Yo,
And then
that
you
was
know what I mean?
nuts.
Yeah, but then I watched Calico versus Church. You feel me? It's just like all right, you know what I mean? So I really fuck with Cal. You know what I mean? And his whole movement and everything. You know what I mean? To beat a nigga ass. I fuck with the song. You feel me? The whole night. Yeah. But so Cal used to be on like when he first came in. Cal was a battle rapper. You know what I mean? Aggressive, bar heavy punchline. Like you know what I mean? But it was always real rap. So I just watched it elevate. He's just elevated and finessed the style to a point where he ain't gotta be. You know what I mean? He ain't even gotta be aggressive with it. He wants some ball shit. He flies. When he talks, he's comfortable. He gonna say it to you on some comfortable shit. So I fuck with it now, you know what I mean? Because regardless of how he delivers it, the shit he's saying is real as fuck. You feel me? But you got Twerk, who's high energy, punchline heavy, punch you in your face like ball, like grab you by your collar, shake the shit up, like you know what I mean? Like pop you in the alley, like on some aggressive shit, like give you like that's high energy. So it's two different. You know what I mean? It's a real clash of styles, but I can fuck with it. You know what I mean? So
that's dope.
Yeah, you feel me? So it's like when Cal delivered his first, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, like I was like, damn, like you know what I mean? Twerk gonna have to really come with some shit, you know what I mean? Cal just said some shit, and I've seen people like complain or talk about like how Cal delivers, you know what I mean? And they just say it's all washed up, and I'm just like, y'all gotta be crazy. Like not at all. Like how can you talk like this man is like like he's been around for years, like he's a legend, like you know what I mean? And it's like he moves in a certain way, so he really can talk that aggressive shit, and it's like and it is what it is. But you don't have to talk the aggressive shit. Like you don't have to speak aggressively. That boy, like that man is the boss. Like he a legend. He's doing something on his own time. And then not only that, but it's like if you're listening to him when he say some shit, I've seen niggas react like and get mad at what he say and want to get aggressive. So it's like he's saying aggressive shit, but he's just saying in a laid back manner, like fuck it on it, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
like,
people don't understand with them saying that is that he don't have. Listen, he was just the cause of some major aggression at the last battle. He can't come across and still come on that that aggressive vibe. Plus, it's a lot of more things that be going on behind the scenes than how niggas be putting up there stuff like that. So his positioning in it, how he came, his energy level was to really let you listen to him. And like I said, it was like a threat. Like everything was real threatening, but it wasn't like aggressive. It was like a threat with a smile on the low. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like coming off real aggressive because we just had these instances where this nigga's up there fucking holding it down. Like, you feel me? So on the stage fighting and holding it down. So like, he didn't have to come across like that to me, but Twerk's rebuttals are some of the craziest things like I've ever fucking heard. And also when Twerk made reference to the fight at Reloaded or whatever have you, like dog, that's one of the craziest bars I think I've heard in a long time when he made the story of Adidon reference, like,
oh my god!
Put this Drake to blackface story and Adidon like, yo, are you crazy,
that's
son?
Like, about.
Who the fuck? Like, yo,
like his kid, like, listen, like he, like Calico had the bar about make a bar out of word I never heard, niggas. I was like, fuck that. I'm sorry that you don't read a book and your vocab ain't up for you. Know what I mean? You ain't on point. Like that bar didn't hit for me, like because like if okay, that made me reference back to when Twerk had the pterodactyl line. Like he had it was a line where he said something about Jurassic Park, blah blah blah, with pterodactyl. You know what I'm saying?
I'm done.
I had to look up to see, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that I had to research it and made sense, I was like, fuck it. I fuck with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? You making niggas open up and read book. ain't nothing wrong with that. I love the fact that niggas are making niggas think and learn, because it's like, okay, you got somebody that's smart as hell. Like, he's showing that he's intelligent. And not only that, but people fucking respect it. If you don't have a pin in battle rap, who the fuck are you? You feel me?
That's a fact.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I really fuck, man, and that boy is nasty with his rebuttals, man. Like, I'm sorry, but yo, Twerk is like Twerk. Yo, that first round was hell. He gave that boy hell, and he had Cal in the deal after that first round, for real. And Cal's first round was dope as the fuck. Fire, like all the way fire.
Cal's first round was so fire that Twerk's rebuttal, like straight off of his second, didn't work. Like, you feel me? And that's rare to see. Like, you rarely see like a lot of his that don't work. You feel me? Like, niggas might catch it later, something like that. But it really just didn't work. But he tried so hard. I was like, it makes sense, but niggas just don't like the shit you saying. Like, so it's
real shit. Like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Then the nigga brung out T-Top. You feel me? Now, coming off of the same, you feel me? I don't even know what niggas' reasoning was behind this. Like, I ain't even really catch why he brung T-Top out on the stage. Like, he wanted him to finish a bar of his off. But, yo, this is the same individuals that just was in this fucking fight. Like, nobody should be inviting T-Top to no stages no time soon unless he's rapping for real. Like, he shouldn't be allowed on nobody's stages.
See, like with T-Top being there, it was like, I didn't feel no sort of way with Top being there, you know what I'm saying? Like,
everybody else did, though.
I mean, it was okay. Like, okay, so this is how I was kind of breaking it down. I think that was just Philly being on Philly bullshit, you feel me? Okay. And the reason why I say that is this. The first sighting that we had at T-Top while we was on stage was the Phil and DNA battle.
Right.
You feel me? And what happened was, T-Top came up on stage, but he was on Bill Collector side, like Philly side, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was on the wrong side.
Yeah, he was on the wrong side. So all of them niggas like, oh, you an NWX nigga, so they responded to that. So, you know what I mean? All we heard was T-Top saying, okay, let me move so I get jumped on. I'm on the wrong side.
He definitely moved his ass all the way through that shit.
All
he was
the way
like, pardon me, queen, pardon me, king. Pardon me, king,
right.
Pardon me, queen. You feel me? I'm on the wrong side.
So as soon as I heard that, I was like, okay, so this is the energy for tonight. So this is the energy for T-Top. But I only thought it was for that battle. Just for that battle in particular, because you got Northtown Philly niggas with Bill Collector against DNA, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then when we see Twerk battling and you see T-Top up there, I'm not hearing those static about T-Top here. And I'm like, okay, because, them boys rock heavy together. You know what I'm saying? They been to each other, like, they been around for each other, Steve being born in baby showers and shit like that. But them boys rock heavy.
Okay.
But then I see T-Top getting mic'd up, little Steve under his towel. So I'm like, I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when it was coming. So I'm like, okay, I want to see what the fuck's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because T-Top was supposed to battle Cal, it was just 2-on-2. I really kind of didn't think it was a problem with it. I kind of wanted to see what it was, just being up there on the smack stage. But then at the same time, with it being a versus Twerk battle, I felt like, I kind of felt like Twerk should have just wrote the third round and touched it out. But
yeah, Twerk don't need no help. Like, he don't need no gimmick. He don't need no help.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, he don't. He really don't. But either way it goes, they went. They tried that shit, and Philly Top opened his mouth. Jesus, that shit was hilarious. Them niggas did not have. I've never heard people boo so fucking bad. Like, they was not having it. Like, and plus it was at that time, it was like better somewhere. We've been in there for like 5 hours. Nigga ain't want to hear that shit. Like, niggas was not having that shit. Philly was not having none of that shit. That shit was hilarious as a motherfucker.
Crazy shit, but that was good. Like, low key, we got cheated out of a good battle. Like, just
really,
just got cheated out of it.
Okay, but not to say anything. Cal fucked up in that Instagram verse. Like, that was fucked up too. I don't know what the fuck he thought. Like niggas wasn't gonna recognize that shit, but like you know what I'm saying. But that damn sure wasn't cool.
Calico lost his spot. I don't know if he hit the bud or something. That shit hit him real quick. But that nigga went like all the way back to the beginning of his shit.
No. No, I'm not talking about that first. I'm talking about that. That was like the second round. I'm talking about his third round. His entire third round, he spit months ago on Instagram.
Y'all niggas with this shit, man. This shit is becoming too crazy, man.
It's getting too much, like, you know what I'm saying? I felt some sort of way about that, you know what I'm saying? But that was what it was, you know what I mean? You know, so on and so forth. Twerk, I say twerk 2-0. Okay. Still good. I just like we really lost out on the classic. This card really could have been a classic fucking card. Like, it really had the potential to be a classic fucking card. Every battle was fucking dope. Like, every battle on paper was dope.
That's a fact.
Every fucking battle was dope on, like, and it was only 6 battles, but every battle, besides the Arthur Cassidy battle, like, you know what I mean? Every battle was still dope, and it was still dope for the simple fact of just getting to see Art, Nick Cassidy, and punch you back to 3 rounds, you know what I mean? But it was, you know, it was still supposed to be a dope card, but this shit had a whole bunch of hiccups, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a whole bunch involved and stuff like that. Even though it moved along time wise, but like it was really, it caught a couple strays here and there, stuff like that. Battle of the night, it ain't even really nothing to talk about, to be honest with you. Like, you know, fucking Cassidy versus Arson shit like that. Like, man, I don't know what, like, listen, it comes to a point where it's like, yo, is Cassidy really bringing that much attention and that much more money into battle rap for the people have to fucking suffer like how we suffering with this nigga right now? Like, is it really worth it? Like, I'm just like, I can understand Cassidy versus Good, big thing. You're gonna collect all of this shit, but the fucking nostalgia is gone. He lost that battle, and he lost terribly. Like, you feel me? Like, so when
like when it comes to this, like, all right, like when it came to the whole, I don't even know if you want to say like circus type of hoopla about Cass coming back to Battle Good. I think they felt like, I don't know, I felt like they kind of tried this low key because they felt like, okay, if he's going to come back in a battle rap, we're going to give him somebody that's good, but not necessarily give him somebody that's high power that would necessarily kill the idea. So, so for them to test this theory, they put him in front of Good, you know what I'm saying? Because Good and Good actually, you know what I mean, Good won. You know what I mean? Won tremendously because Cassidy was trash, you know what I'm saying? So now they brought it back and put him against. They're like, all right, he did pretty good, so maybe he'll step his pin up and we'll give him somebody else that's a little bit more, you know what I mean, super high caliber, that, you know what I mean, before we throw him at anybody else. We throw him at Arson. And, you know, Ars can rap. Like, Ars can fucking rap. So, yeah, Ars definitely 30 them, but Cassidy did the same fucking bullshit.
He did this.
So the thing that just definitely made that terrible is the simple fact that they can't bring Cass. Like, there's no way.
You can't battle again, man. And like
Cass can't battle. Like, you can't use, like, you can use Reed Dollars all day long. You can use anybody. Like, anybody. Now that Cassidy's there, you know who I want to see? You know who I want to see that should have been on this fucking card? He's fucking there.
Yeah, they really played themselves with that. They played themselves with that because this could have been a Philly stacked card. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
And, you know what I mean?
Even for Cicero. I don't know about this. I don't know about Cicero. Like, he battled Twerk and Twerk killed him.
Yeah, I was about to say, Cicero can't really battle right now for a little bit. He can't, cause I was mad. Like, I was mad watching that, watching Twerk versus Cicero, to be honest with you, because like, and like Twerk be really talking like these niggas is light work and be making light work of these niggas. And I'm like,
the tuberculosis bar, Jesus Christ. But the fact that Cicero tried to act like it was all trash. Yeah, they'd be like, yeah, I wait to just like this Jules, like, like June of like next year, like get him in on a Born Legacy type shit. Sneak him in on that or a fan series. But yeah, I need to see it. I like now that Cassidy's there, E-Net should get a car. And the funny thing is, E-Net can fucking rap. He
that's a fact.
Keep up with these niggas. He like his style, the way he delivers for battle rap. Yo, and E-Net will. Yo, I'm telling you, E-Net will rap. I don't give a fuck. And you can put E-Net in the Born Legacy or a band. Definitely in the Born Legacy of band. Like, let's fucking go. I'm with that shit. E-Net need his motherfucking plate. Cause yeah, like I paid for two. Listen, I paid for two battles, two Cassidy battles on pay-per-view, and witnessed one of them live, and walked out at the end of that. Like, damn,
yeah, we was like, you know what? Let's just go.
Fuck out of here.
What I ain't like what happened, but I loved what happened. Was the nigga Arsenal. Like, not only did this nigga start embarrassing his son and Cassidy, he started talking real reckless about Gilly the Kid, like underneath his breath and shit like that. He started almost talking about Freeway the Legend and shit. I'm like, yo, this nigga really out here. He don't give one fuck. Like, it started getting real crazy. He was like, you lucky I don't talk about your man's, you lucky I don't talk about, like, damn, son, like, alright, you feel me? They did have like a little scuffle or like faces was in each other's shit. Everybody got all in their way and shit. I was like, damn. But man, that shit, that boo and shit, that shit went all the way in.
Yeah. Well, Arsenal got booed on the walkout and the crowd shouting 3-0, chanting 3-0. Well, that's so enough said. At the end of that conversation, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact. Oh shit. Well, you know, that was the whole battles for the night and everything like that. We've been up here like an hour now and shit. You should just get out of here. You feel me? Hit them with something else real soon.
Alright.
And everything like that. So, you feel me? Let niggas know. Like, use a hashtag LSCD. That's Listen Stream Cop Drop. Make sure you use a hashtag. Getting back with us. Talk with us. See what's going on and shit. You never know where niggas like us will end up, wind up.
Yeah, just let us know what y'all want to hear. You know what I mean? Because, you know, a couple more events coming up, a couple more battles coming up. Let us know what y'all watching, what y'all talking about, what y'all seeing, what y'all viewing. Let us know. Put us on. We come and talk to y'all about it, all right?
Yes, sir. I'm Madam Money. You can follow me on Twitter at L_S_C_D_. Don't forget the last underscore.
And then it's D, you know, I'm your boy Jersey. Follow me at Jersey the 420 Chef. And yo, we'll holler at y'all.
One.